people ask me, what do I do when I am so overwhelmed? What I do is I first remind them that overwhelm happens when we try to pack too many things into our schedule. You want to do this, you want to go here, you want to do that. And it's okay to want to do all of those things. But sometimes we have to be realistic with ourselves and realize that due to our obligations to our home life, our personal life, our work life, we can't do everything that we want to do. So then we have to be realistic and say, what am I realistically able to fit or pack into my schedule? While there are some things that you know you should be doing at this stage of your life, that you really want to be doing at this stage of your life, and it makes sense to be doing it at this stage of your life, there are just some things that you don't have room for right now. So instead of adding to your schedule, we want to eliminate or take away from your schedule. And taking something away from your schedule doesn't mean that it's something that you can't ever do. It's just recognizing and acknowledging that I don't have the space in my schedule to do this right now because it's creating this overwhelming emotion within me. It's causing me to become irritable. It's causing me to be angry all the time. It's causing me fatigue, physical and mental fatigue. There are so many side effects of being overwhelmed and constantly doing and rushing that we don't pay attention to. And we have we have determined that this is our normal state of being, and it's not. Start to remove things from your schedule. Stop fearing and start removing things from your schedule. And then I wonder how that will work out for you. Maybe some of you are like me and you're more of a visual person. So maybe you can think about it in this way. I like to use the analogy of like a plate and food. And you are just so excited about this food that you're about to put on your dinner plate. You're looking at all of the options and you're like, I want a little bit of this. I want a little bit of that. Oh, I can't wait to taste that. And so you begin to pile things on your plate. Why? Because you're hungry and your eyes can see something that you want and your mind is telling you, because I want it and it's available to me, I can get it. And so you begin to pile these things on your plate. And once you pile everything on your plate, I don't know if it messed up the video, but my battery's low. Anyway, once you begin to pile the things on your plate, you start looking and you're like, okay, I'm sitting down, ready to eat, ready to go. Oh, this is about to be a good meal. Okay. So I eat a little bit of this, I eat a little bit of that. That tastes so good. And then I continue to eat it. And the more and more I eat, I start noticing after a while, I'm going a little bit slower. This food's so good. I want some more. Oh, I barely can make room for it in my stomach, but it's so good that I'm going to keep eating it. Or I don't want to be wasteful. You know, for some of us who we know money can be tight or things like this, we don't want to be wasteful. So we're not going to leave food on our plate. Or if we were taught in childhood that whatever you put on your plate, you better finish it. And so guess what? Here I am as an adult, recognizing that I'm so full from what I put on my plate, but because I keep hearing, you gotta finish it. You put it on your plate, you gotta finish it. Or it's so good, you don't wanna throw this away, you wanna finish it. So you fill yourself up and until the point of where you are over capacity. And then you walk away, and how do you feel? Oh man, I feel so tired. Golly, my stomach hurting so bad. Ooh, you just start to feel so bad when you walk away because you're just so full. That's how we are when we find ourselves overwhelmed. It's like we see everything that we have to do or the things that we want to do, and we fill ourselves up until we're over capacity. And then we start experiencing some of the symptoms that I named previously. You may lose sleep. You may be fatigued, angry, drained, just all of these things. Those are signs to let you know that you are over capacity. You have put too much in you. And so now you have to let something out of you. Our body works the same way. We have an exit, right? So when we eat too much, may come out one end, and then sometimes it's to the point of where we just throw up. Not because, now this is not to be confused with like people who have eating disorders or things like that. But sometimes, like when my kids were younger and they would eat too much, they would end up throwing up because they ate so much. Y'all, our body wants to get some of these things out, and it finds a way to get it out. And that way of getting it out may show up through some of the symptoms that I told you. So if you're experiencing these things, I just ask you to look at all you have to do today and ask yourself, do I really have to do all of these things? No. Do I really have to do all of these things? Watching this video is showing you that you're on a platform that you probably don't have to be on right now, right? So that could be the first thing that you remove and say, let me see how much time I have in my schedule if I don't just mindlessly scroll through something just to see what's there. Maybe if I just engage in a little bit of self-care and not see social media as that self-care. Sometimes it's okay. But again, too much of a good thing could cause us to experience some of the symptoms that I talked about. And then sometimes it may be that, okay, there are so many things on my schedule and I can't think of anything that I can't do. How can I reach out to my help? Is there someone that I can reach out to ask for help? Y'all, it's okay to ask for help. And if that person can't help you, ask somebody else. That person can't help you, ask someone else. I had someone to ask me about something because they thought, oh, you look like you're so good at it. As much as I wanted to help them because I love them dearly and I want to see them win, I wanted to help them. But the voice in my head told me, you're over capacity. You cannot fit another thing into your schedule. And so I was like, okay, maybe I can help them in this way and teach them how to identify the help that they need. Maybe I can just quickly send them resources for them to look at themselves to research what they need to help them with this thing that they're trying to build. And that helped me to be able to help them in that way, but do it in a way where I could fit it in and do it and I wasn't over capacity. So sometimes you gotta say no. Sometimes you gotta say, you know what? I need some help. I hope these videos help y'all today. I'm spitting everywhere. Y'all see my morning face. Y'all still see the crust in my eyes. Yes, my breath still stink. I had my morning coffee and I don't like drinking coffee after I brush my teeth. So now what?